Hello, SNA fans. Sorry about that. I think it reached the limit on that first video, which it only had 50 minutes left. I don't understand why it did not still continue until a little bit over an hour, but no matter. I have a second clip of this video, as well I was saying before interrupted me. Like Michimi Yim hit like a power bomb, like with her arm and slammed her. This was just like you damaged it. I'm surprised that my spine's still where it should be at. This is where we got Michimi Yim hit a middle drop kick like she was Finn Balor right into the lower left side. She kind of botched the spot a little. Instead of her landing on the turnbuckle, she landed right on the ground, but right onto the canvas beneath the turnbuckle corner. This is where we got Michimi Yim that hits a big boot right onto her shoulder, nearly on her face. This is where or the snout, like how Booker T called it. This is where then she sends what's her name? What's her name? This is where then she sends what's her name? Ariana Grace right onto the upper left side. This is where Michimi was like, who wants to see me do more damages onto the this big mouth princess? This is where then she then try to go for a big boot, but this is where she gets flipped right over to the left side. This is where then she try to hit her with a right hand, but this is where she gets rammed, typical wrestling stuff when a wrestler is right onto the corner, whether it fits in the upper left, upper right, or lower left, right? Yeah. That's where we got Michimi Yim had a shoulder right into the midsection of Ariana Grace. This is where they try to go for a sunset flip powerbomb, try to go for a pin, but this is where what's her name? Ariana Grace took advantage of this moment with Michimi Yim having trouble trying to flip her right over and try to go for a pin. This is where we got here putting her legs right onto Michin's shoulder. This is where did she try to go for a pin. This is where the referee started counting because the Michin's shoulder was down. This is where he counted 1, counted 2. And then as soon as she was about to hit 3, this is where we saw Ariana Grace's hands were right onto the ropes, on the middle ropes, and to the left side. This is where the referee's like, hey, you can't do that. Like that's against the rules. It's a rope break match. That's a DQ rope. And this is where and then this is where referee's like, let go of that. And this is where Ariana Grace was like, why? And then this is where we got Michimi Yim finally rolled her up into a sunset flip. This is where she tried to go for a pin. The referee counted 1, referee counted 2. But this is where he kicks out at 2.4. This is where this is where Ariana Grace was like, what are you doing? Like, you ruined the match. Like, I was supposed to win. Like, and this is where the referee's like, no, like, not with you doing it in a sneaky way. And this is where then we got it's where then Ariana Grace then turn around, but this is where we got Michimi Yim they go for a German suplex right onto Ariana Grace, which she took her eye right off the ball. This is where we got Michin then picks up Ariana Grace. There's her finisher right under her. The arm twist, put her foot right down, put her back down, slam. This is where she put a foot right into her face. Hits her with that move like she's Gail Kim. She got the 1, 2, 3 with her pinning Ariana Grace, and while counting like 1, 2, 3. And then this is where she got the 3 in the winner of this match and the first qualifier of the on the ladder match at NXT Battleground for the first ever NXT Women's North American Champion, Michimi Yim. And I want to give a big congratulations of doing such a phenomenal job in this match. And hopefully we could see someone like her or name it. I'll say. Maybe either her or I'm not sure about Lola Vice. But we could, but I'll say if not her, I'll say give it to Michimi Yim so she can refine herself in WWE as a big name on the roster. Even though she haven't been any championships in WWE, at least not yet. But this could be a perfect opportunity for her to have her first championship back on the by making her with her in this long year being out of NXT and win her first WWE title overall in her second run, of course. But let me know down in the comments below if you think she should be the one to become the inaugural NXT Women's North American Champion, or somebody else should. Let me know in the comment section right down below. But she showed that she has that. I showed that that she has that have the credentials of doing so, of capitalizing, of being the first ever champion. Like, that's all I have to say into the matter. Right, but let's move on to the next slide. We got. This is where we got. This is where we got. What's her name? Thea Hilden was having a little sit-down conversation backstage with Rich Holland. This is where she was like, well, we need to start calming you down. Like, and he was like, and then he was telling them about, like, she trying to calm herself down. Like, she was like, but like every time, like, she tries to do, like, none doesn't make sense to her. Like, she just her wild self. And this is where well, I said Rich Holland calmed him down. I mean, Tia Hale, like, saying, like, she needs to be trying to be more chill and calm than she normally is, because we know how wild she gets when it comes to her being in a match, or get some kind of reward, or win her matches. Like, but yeah, you get it. But yeah. And this is where she was like, and this is where we got Rich Holland responds like, you kind of remind me of an older version of my daughter. And this is where Thea Hale's like, oh, really? Like, how old is she? Or did she say how old is she? Are you I really, you think so? Like, and he was like, yeah, I know so. Like, and this is where Rich Holland then said, like, hopefully she grows up just like Thea, as some kind of what's that? Some like some kind of enthusiast that's what's that? Well invested into something that she dreams of. She dream of doing, like, when she grows up, and like when she has like a dream job that she wants to do and she desires to do, she'll be just as enthusiastic as Thea. What he said. And then this is where what he said, he just have to, well, this is where he's like, this is where then he said, oh yeah, that's what he said. He's like, hopefully when she grows up, like whenever dream she follows that she desires to have, like, and when she grows up, like, hopefully she'll have half the passion that you have. And then this is where then Hale's like, oh, thank you so much, Mr. Holland. And then this is where we got Andre Chase, Duke Hudson in there coming in to congratulate Thea Hale of defeating JC Jane in her match in a match against JC Jane last week, which that was good news. But the bad news is that another friend betrayed her, which was Fallon Henley, which we're going to see later on tonight on tonight's NXT. But that's where. But oh yeah, Miles Bourne, don't forget about him too. He give a big five. Just where he's like, yeah, congratulations on your biggest win, like last week and week 2 spring break. And then this where he's like, yeah, and Rich Holland, like, he's so easy to talk to. Like, yeah, like I want to hang out with him more often. And this is where Andre Chase is like, yeah, glad to hear that. And then this is where we got Alexis King's like, oh, bravo, like, what? And he was like, what is this? Some kind of a terrible lifetime, Mr. Ridge? Like, and like I've been trying to tell you, man, like it's business here. And he was like, you're trying to do favors for everybody now, huh? Like, you're just trying to scrape your, like, and he was like, you're scraping in some advice to this loser over here. This is where Thea Hale was very pissed off. She nearly knew it right into his neck and trying to choke his life out, like for insulting her in such a horrible way. And this is where we got. That's where the Thea Hale's like, you just need to stop right now, or else you're gonna get yourself in a world of pain. This is where we got Alexis King's like, And this is where he's like, hey, you, Mr. Ridge Holland, like you need to learn like what you once was and lay that out and be a man that's a beast that don't give a damn if he injures his opponents or not. And this is where Ridge Holland's like maybe you're right. Like since I think I found my next challenger like into this category. This is where then he challenged him in a match. This is where Duke Hudson was like, I got this one right here. Like calm down. Like this is where yeah, he's trying to get in your head and he's trying to make a decision that you might regret in the future. And he's like, okay, Mr. King, like, and he was like, you're nothing more than a pompous, narcissistic, egotistical a-hole, and then you. And he was like, and yeah, now all you do is a full of talk. And then this is where like, oh, Mr. Pukey Dookie, like, come here to save the day. Like, and he was like, and you see what you did wrong, Mr. Hudson. Like, you just pissed off the king, and I am ready for a fight. And this is where it turned around and be a one-on-one match between the second generation superstar and the MVP of Chase U going at it one-on-one later on before the main event. But this is where we got the Supernova sessions, which they announced Trick Williams as their special guest on tonight's Supernova session segment, like with some dark truth about Trick Williams that's in that orange envelope, or is there? But anyway, this is where then we got Noam Dar's like, glad to have you here, Mr. Trick. After a handshake, and he's like, take a seat. And this is where he's like, yeah, congratulations. By the way, congratulations. I never properly tell you that 14 days ago because obviously I wasn't here. But yeah, but I can't show you this video from you at the headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut. I'm gonna give congratulations. Too bad I wasn't there, and I apologize. But I do got footage of you. Right on over here onto the Titantron screen, which this is where we got Trick Williams arriving at Stamford, Connecticut headquarters, or the headquarters that's in Stamford, Connecticut, I should say. With him saying Trick Willie has arrived. And this is where it revealed. And then this is where they showed a little vignette of him finally him being on the last week's episode of The Bump, I believe. Oh no, not last week. I'll say the week after that, almost 2 weeks ago. Yeah, but yeah, he was the special guest of The Bump. This is where they showed him he's like. And this is where he showed him say Shawn Michaels, he went to Shawn Michaels and he told me that everybody asked for the ball, but they're not ready for the ball. And he's and it's good to have people like Shawn Michaels it's in the office running the creative. And he sees people like me deserving to shine, And he's like, and then he told me that Trick Williams here, and he's all in good hands, and there's always there's all that is, and there's always gonna be. That's what he said. And then with Noam Dar kind of gifting him that little vignette video of him celebrating over the last 2 weeks as NXT champion. Showing him on the bump, going to the headquarters, and then in that little that little interview, the little vignette interview, I guess you could say, with him talking about Shawn Michaels saw something special in him, and then there's some that are not ready for the ball, but there's something different in him, and he was ready to be in the top level of the NXT title picture. This is where he starts saying, "Yeah, thank you guys. Let's talk about it here." On the Supernova session, and this is where And this is where Noah Dar's like talking about like, what you're saying. Like we, of course, we're gonna talk about it right here, right now. Like at the whole point of coming here on the Supernova, you're actually on our talk show right now, which is the Supernova Sessions. And it is where he started doing his secret handshake with his main man Oral Menza. This is where it was like, yeah, like what. And then this is where Chick Williams is like, oh, like, wait a minute, like y'all, aren't y'all laughing a bit too hard, ain't you? Like I'm not here for fun and games here. Like, there's one reason why I'm really here. And I want to see what's in that orange envelope that's in what's in that hot top with that hot top's holding right now. Like, come on, like top. Like this is where, and then this is where we got Noam Dar was like whoa, hold hold on to the brakes, homie. Like this is my show. Like this is my Supernova Session talk show. Like you know what happens? Who tries to trying to make me do something that trying to force me to do something on my show? And this is where Trick Williams like, I'm not sure if I do want to know, and not because I'm scared. But this is where we got Noam Dar's like he said like this is my show and we're gonna get to the cut to the chase, and he's like, and Lash, like pull out the envelope, please, like Exhibit A, like and show the Exhibit A, reveal the envelope on what we have, what we have, what's that? Have something that. So has to have what we have against the current NXT champion, or not exactly how he said that, but what dark truth do we have onto the current NXT champion? That's what he basically said. And this is where we got Lash Legend was like, okay, Trick Willie, like finally, like it's time, like to reveal the truth of you. And he's like, okay, and this is where. And this is where then she started fantasizing with Trick Williams when he was readjusting his NXT title around his shoulders. And this is where he started trying to fix his vest. This is where I believe she got a little heat wave of attraction. This is where we got Jakara Jackson like, whoa, like, hey, Lash girl, like, snap out of that that fantasizing nonsense, yeah, please, just you need to stand up, like what I'm doing right now. That's what she stand up. Like as soon as she told her to stand up, this is where Lash was like, all right, like get off my back. Like all right, get out my back already. Like I'm about to reveal it. Like this is what, and this is where they revealed the dark truth of Trick Williams, and it was nothing but a picture of Noam Dar's leg right beneath the ropes where Trick Williams pinned him at. Which I was like, oh no, like that means he owes him a shot at the NXT championship because his leg was underneath the ropes, which the referee did not spot it that one out when they had that match a few weeks ago before Trick Williams had a match against Ilya Dragunov and even against Carmelo Hayes at Stand and Deliver, which that was like about almost 2 months ago, I believe. But I was like, oh brother, like I should have known that it's something to him, Noam Dar favor, like, and it had something to do with the NXT championship. And this is where, and he's like, and this is where he was like, yeah, like, and since then you defeated your former boss and best friend Carmelo Hayes, and a couple weeks after that, you defeated Ilya Dragunov for the NXT championship. Like, and that is complete evidence that that evidence that you have is on a lie, like in a trick. Like you have nothing, like but the no, you're nothing but a no, you're nothing but a no good trick. And especially to my sister Lash too, trying to hit on her just to get something out of her. And then this is where Trick Williams is like, what does this little leprechaun just called me? And this is where what's his name? Noam Dar was like, I'm gonna expose you, like, and take everything from you. And this is where Trick Williams stand up right onto him, like when he was getting into his face. This is where they went face to face. This is where it's like you. Like, are you serious right now? And this is where he's like, like, that's all you got against me? That's all you got for me? Like, I thought it was gonna be some kind of other setup, like for me trying to trick, trying to lie about me, exposing some false reports about me, like doing something that I didn't even do, or even or or even come up with an excuse of that I make out with Lash Legend, like Lash Legend without her consent, like but this, like, that's all you got, like. And it is where what's his name, Oral Mensa confirmed, like, yes, like we like yes, like, and his legs was underneath the ropes, therefore he shouldn't have lost that match. Which that's like a typical heel would make an excuse about, just in order to get a shot at a championship, like what Noam Dar was doing here on this segment. And this and then this is where he's like, and his heart was fragile ever since he lost that match. This is where we got Trick Williams like, whoop. And this is where Trick Williams hilariously said, like, well, what, you don't speak good English? And then this is where fans are like, oh, hopefully that was not some kind of a prejudice. Hopefully nobody will find that prejudice. Like, besides, like, I don't think they will think much about it. Like, it's only just the language part of things, not about a culture thing. But anyway, this is where he told them. This is where fans are dying with laughter. This is where Ormenzo's like, "Oh, you're talking to me? You better watch it, or else I'll beat you so bad, like you're gonna start speaking Jamaican." This is where then Noam Dar tried to bring it up, like hold up, like calm down, Oral. And this is where Drake Williams was like, what he called him. Oh yeah, I forgot that Trick Williams also said, like, after he said, wait, is it like you don't speak good English or something? Do you want some dog food? That's what you try to ask me for. Your fans were dying with laughter. Even I was laughing as well. Like, did he really just say that? He really compared himself to a dog. Luckily, he made a joke like that. Like, I'm not sure. And that'll be good for the man's best friend of being insulted by being compared to a man's best companion. But that's where he's like, do you want me to take you to the motherland? That's what he said. And this is where Oral Mensa was like, and then this is where Oral Mensa was like, he was like, oh, he messed with the wrong man. Now this is where Trick Williams like, that was that's yes sir, right there is a trick question. And then this is where he's like, oh, he don't know me. Like, I'm like, I take off my diamond. And he's like, and I want to I take off the diamond ring. This is where last one Jakar Jackson's like, I'm not sure if you should be doing this. Like yeah, like now's not the time to be doing all this. This is where Trick Williams was like if you want a title match, all you have to do is ask. Like, and it is where he's like, and like, that's for you. As he said, yeah, the Noam Dar, he said that. Like, let me rephrase that. My apologies for not mentioning Noam Dar. But anyway, this is where he's like, as for you, Noam, like, if you wanted the title match so much and you're gonna make this our last match was an excuse in order to get it, like, then like all you had to do was ask. I was glad we give it. And he was like, and I could easily smack that bomb on your head, slap that easily could slap that bomb right across your head, like right clean off, I should say. And then this is where Lash was like, what, like you. This was like what, like, is he really gonna do that? And this is where Noam Dar's like, go ahead, like continue telling your jokes. Like, we don't we don't accept jokes for reality. This is where Trick Williams is from. Like, I'm not playing no games, though. Like, Trick Williams isn't in that. Like if we why you're making it act, like, why are you making it sound like we're on the Maury show right now? Like, nobody's the father in here. And this is where and this is where it's like, and then and everybody knows for sure that Trick Williams ain't the daddy. And this is where fans were hollering and start cheering, like, yeah, like, exactly. This is where they start clapping and cheering him on. He's like, whoop that trick, like, after he said that. And then this is where Noam Dar's like, wait, what is he talking about, Lash? And this is where Lash like, why y'all looking at me? Like, I don't know. Like, and this is where And this is where fans are saying, and this is where fans are chanting "Daddy," I believe. This is where the Trick Williams like, whoa, like, he was like, oh, like Lash, like, do you want me to tell our secret, like, or do you want do you want to tell our secret, or do you want me to tell him? And this is where Lash Legend was like, I have nothing to say about that. And this is where Joe Carjack's like, hold up here, like Lash, like. And then this is where Noam Dar's like, we're your family. Like, tell us what's going on here. And this is where Oral Men's does not know what to say. It's like what's going on here? And then this is where Lash Legend slipped up and called Trick Williams babe. And I was like, wait, like, are they really a couple? Well, I'm not sure really reality side, but in kayfabe, I was like, they really are going to be an on-screen couple. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they really were, but at the same time, for now, all I know is that it's all part of the skit on this segment. Well, let me know in the comments below on what's their status like in reality. But anyway, this is where they start saying like she's like, babe, oh, I mean Trick, and this is where the rest of the metaphor was like, Lord, like she literally is in a relationship, like our nightmare has became a reality, and this is where Lash was like, Trick, this isn't the time, and this is where Trick Williams like, yeah, this is the time, sweetie, like it's time to tell him right now, like while we have me, like there's nothing to be scared about, like sweet lips, like there's nothing wrong with no, there's nothing wrong with what we both have. Like, and this is where fans like, oh, like it's it. And this is where he's like, and please explain to everybody here in this arena that the reason why you call me Trick Willie or something like that. Trick Willy Wonka, that's what he calls himself, Trick Willy Wonka, his version of the chocolate making character. This is where the rest of the metaphor, including Oral Menza and Jakar Jackson's like, oh, I'm not sure if I want to watch some more of this. And this is where then Lash was like, no, I can't take this anymore. I gotta go. And then this is where Trick Williams stopped him around the way. This is where Lash was like, she was like, Trick, I already told you, now's not the time. And then this is where Noam Dar came out of nowhere, like, and blindsided Trick Williams with a spinning back elbow right into the head, knocks him down. This is where then he grabbed onto the NXT championship. He's like, this was soon to be mine. And this is where he stared at his fellow metaphor teammate Lash Legend. Was like, is it true that you and is it true that you and Trick are an item now? And this is where Lash Legend didn't say nothing. This is where she was very stressed out about this, I guess you could say, like emotionally stressed, like on one side who she should choose. Like she was not to mention confused as well. Like, unless if I already said that already. I'm not sure I did, but yeah. So let me know in the comments below on how this got your interest of the night on NXT. Let me know down in the comments below. Do you think that we could possibly see Trick Williams and Lash Legend as a on-screen couple on the developmental show? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. But yeah, this is where Noam Dar hold on to the championship, and it looks like he's going to be Trick Williams' next challenger for the NXT championship at Battleground. And who you think's gonna walk out of as NXT champion in Las Vegas at the UFC, which that's finally coming to the pass, which we could possibly see Lashley could screw Noam Dar out of the match, and then we could see her help out Trick Williams, leave the metaphor, and then join forces with Trick Willy Wonka or whatever you want to call him. Well, that's what Lash Legend loves calling him when they're behind closed doors, I guess you could say. But like in the storyline, but yeah, But let me know down in the comments below about all this, like, and how this is gonna transpire, like by after NXT Battleground, yeah. But let's move on to the next slide. Here's where we got more of the vignettes of the combine of the NXT women's of them packing a punch and who who got the most combat punch packing agilities, and this is where it was reported that not reported, not just reported, but it's been announced that Michin Mia Yim blew everybody in the women's division away and proved that why she's a member of the SmackDown's OC, while Jada Parker it improved her dominance in this division, which is the undefeated OTM's Jada Parker, and then jumping the highest right into the combine. This where, and then this. And then yeah, they were doing this all because it was for the see who's gonna be qualified to be in the Women's North American Championship match, or something like that. Yeah, but what's your thoughts on to them having this combine contest, like to see who could be qualified in the qualifier match, and then and try to earn themselves to be qualified in the women's ladder match at NXT Battleground? Let me know all about that in the comment section right down below. But then let's move on to the next match, which was Kalani Jordan versus what's her name, Fallon Henley. This match didn't really took long, only like about maybe like I'll say maybe like 10-15 minutes, I believe, of action. No, maybe it was maybe a little shorter than that. Maybe it was less than 10. But yeah, as soon as they got in the ring, and went one-on-one, they just cut to the chase. Well, before I get to that, this is where Carmen Petrovich was backstage with Natalia, very upset of losing to Shayna Baszler. This is where we got Natalia was like, no, you didn't do nothing wrong. It's just that karate and wrestling are two separate things. Like karate is about self-defense, while wrestling is for offense. Like you have the offense ability to be prepared for anything, to be more prepared for anything, and try to hit the first shot in that squared circle, and stuff like that. It's basically about being the aggressor in the business. Like it is where we got the men backstage, and this is where we got one of the guys, like I guess the trainees, they compliment Natalia's match. He was like, yeah, your match against Lola Vice was sick. Like you still got it. And then this is where Natalia's like, thank you. And then this is where Carmen Petrovich was like, okay, be the aggressor. I better remember that. And then this is where this other guy that's another trainee that was not much more of a compliment kind of guy, like because